the example that we see from Jesus, the example we see in the Bible over and over and over again, is we have to attack the thing in front of us.
Sure.
We
Yeah.
have to go and walk through the fire. Like
Yeah.
we have to do it.
Hey everybody, this is Kingdom Carriers, and in this episode we interview Aaron Ross, who's the founder and owner of Solution Roofing. And if you want to know what grit looks like, look no further. Let's jump into this interview. Aaron.
What's up?
Dude, thanks for joining me, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, super excited for our conversation today. For people who may not know you or have had the pleasure of meeting you yet, why don't you give us an overview of who is Aaron Ross? And you can kind of give us some personal stuff and some business stuff, since that's kind of, we bring the two together in this podcast. So who the heck are you?
Well, I'm Aaron Ross. I am local Cincinnati, and I've been here for 20 years or something. And I own a roofing and home exteriors company called Solution Roofing, and we've been in business for 4 years now. That's what I've been doing for the last 4 years. I was in ministry before this, but roofing called my name.
Yeah, right, yeah, and we've had plenty of ministry stories that we could share, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah, and then who are you kind of outside of your job, when you clock out? Although I know as business owners, we don't always not that easy to clock out, but when you do, what is your life up to?
So, dad of one beautiful daughter and married to my wonderful wife, Stephanie. 10 years in a week on the 25th. We married for 10 years. Yeah.
Dude, congrats, man.
Got married young, I was like,
right.
I think I just turned 21, or maybe I was. Yeah, I think I was 21, and
okay.
Yeah, you can do the math. I'm 31 years old now, so.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Wow, man, 10 years, the decade. Yep. Dude, that's
on the
a big
25th.
one.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm like, dang, I feel like it's a huge milestone. To
right.
Marriage is hard.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah.
It's great, but it's hard. It can be hard,
Absolutely. Yeah. So what, you mentioned your roofing company and how you were in ministry before that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just 4 years ago started the company. What got you into roofing? Can you share a little bit of that story?
Yeah. Well, so when I was in ministry, I was in my early 20s, just got married, and it's like life, the full brunt of what life can be hadn't hit me yet. I was just wild and free, doing my thing, you know. I was running a house church ministry called House Group with partnered with Vineyard Church Northwest, and that's what I was doing. And then
met your wife there, right?
I did. I met her there. Yeah.
As did I. Met my wife.
A lot of us met our spouses in that season of life, which is cool.
Right. Yeah.
So then life kind of just became not more complicated, but I wanted to have a family and start to become more independent, and marriage will kind of push you into that real quick.
It will.
And so I was doing full-time ministry. My wife was I was working for working for the church and doing odd jobs to kind of make money. And my wife was working she was working at a business. I think there was a chiropractor office or something like that. And she was selling plasma to pay for our electric bills and stuff. It was just, and I couldn't stand it anymore. I hate that I'm not, providing in that way. And so, I don't know, kind of felt like the ministry life, working at a church and all the meetings and everything that entails, wasn't really for me.
Yeah, you're not really a meetings kind of a guy.
I'm not. Yeah. Anything
administrative,
anything that requires me to sit down and plan
Yeah.
that's like, I don't know. I'm just like an action guy. I'm like, let's get it going.
Right. Yep.
Which, it's good for entrepreneurs, but then when you get to a certain level, you actually need that.
Sure.
So,
Yeah. Right.
but yeah, so I mean, so I got a job working for my mother-in-law works for a company, and I sold backup generators, which was like random. But I'd go,
Hey.
people would call and they'd have me come out and I'd
Yeah.
measure and figure out how to get the generator there and what they needed and give them a
Sure.
quote. And then I did that for like 6 months and got fired.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. it
So
was,
that
it
wasn't a
was,
great fit.
no, it wasn't good. And I mean, but it was my first taste in kind of like a real job that was
Sure.
like
Yeah.
paid me money. And I was like,
Yeah.
man, and I really liked meeting new people every day and going to different
Mm-hmm.
homes and stuff. But I was young. I mean, I was 22.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd never been in that world before. So, and it was a lot of responsibility I went from, I was working at Starbucks making $9 an hour to,
Yeah.
selling $3 cups of coffee back then. Now they're like
Yeah.
$6.
All right.
Um, but then to selling like, ten to $20,000 generator jobs. And,
Wow.
yeah, it was
Big
like,
jump.
it was a big jump. Yeah. And it was like salary plus commission, which was nice.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. But then, when I got the boot at that place, I didn't get fired for anything. Like, it was just like a not good fit.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah.
like Home Depot at the time all of a sudden started selling the same generator we sold for less than we could buy it for. Yeah. So
Whoa.
there was like kind of a shake up and they're like, oh, okay, well maybe we don't have a job for you anymore. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right. That's hard to sell something that you can get way
yeah.
easier and way cheaper somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah, right. Well, so things have changed now. I think they're like that they stopped doing that.
Okay.
But but anyway, long story short
Sure.
is
Yeah.
that was like kind of my first taste in like home improvement on the sales side, and that's
Right.
really where kind of I don't know. It was like it was nice. I could drive. I was in the car a lot, driving to clients' homes, and
Mm-hmm.
could think and didn't have someone calling me or like breathing down my neck every moment of the day to make sure I was
Yeah.
doing my job.
Yeah.
And before I was a Christian, I worked at a cornhole factory place where we made cornhole sets,
Oh wow.
and it was like if you were like looking at your phone or anything, they'd scream at you. It was like really crazy.
Wow.
And so yeah, so just having that like level of autonomy was really huge for me, and then also the fact that I could no matter how hard I work, like I could work hard and I could get compensated for how hard or how good I was at my job.
Yep.
That
Yep.
was attractive to me too. And so like I was out there knocking on people's doors in the middle of the country just trying to sell generators.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
have to, but I was like, hey, if I sell a generator, I make $600. That's amazing.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
That's incentive right there. Yeah.
it is. Yeah. So, and then yeah, I worked. After that, I worked at like a T-Mobile for a little while, and
Mm-hmm.
then a buddy of mine, his uncle owns a window company, and then the window company was 100% commission,
Oof.
100% commission, and
Wow.
yeah, that was really the beginning of the end, I guess, because
Okay.
I mean, I sell windows now too, and I do all that, and they did roofing, and they taught me all the ropes of roofing and
Yeah.
and whatnot, and that was like, I think that year I made more than my parents did, just like my first
Wow.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was huge. I was like, oh my gosh, like there's money in this,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I liked the work. It was great.
Sure.
So yeah, so I
Yeah.
did that. I did that for a while. Yeah, and that was kind of like where I found out I liked this industry.
Sure. Yeah. And it's interesting because just from what you shared, it's almost like different. You mentioned like autonomy is kind of something you really like and like a value of
Mhm.
yours, and I kind of see like stages of it because at the cornhole place it was like zero autonomy, right?
Yeah,
Just like do the job, make those cornhole
they would
boards.
give me a pallet, like a pallet stacked like above my head of just plywood with holes cut in the middle of it,
Right.
and they wanted me to hand sand all like the edges and the holes. I did that for 10 hours a day for like 6 months.
Oh my gosh,
It
that
was
sounds
horrible.
terrible.
Yeah, it was absolutely horrible. It was like the worst, like it was like the worst 10 hours ever. So slow, and my
Yeah.
hands would be like bleeding, and I'd go through like work gloves like every day, and it was just,
Yeah.
and it was just not good. And everyone hated their life
Oh,
there. Like the managers hated their life.
yeah.
It was bad. So
Wow. So from that, and then it just seems like there were like steps where, you eventually got to a job that was like salary plus commission.
yeah.
And then you sort of like went out more on a limb,
Hmm.
just commission,
Yep.
and it sounds like you did well. Like you realized, oh, I actually can sell. I'm good at this. I'm good with
Yeah.
people. And so the next kind of logical step after that is like, let me do something all on my own, like complete
Yeah.
autonomy, like own the thing. So yeah, how did you kind of step into that?
Well, and like I would say, like just kind of backing up too, like I was doing ministry while in the sales like
Cool.
roles,
Cool.
and
Yeah.
I loved like in the ministry world, like we had a really large leadership team. I think I had like at one point like 20 something people that helped me with the night, and like we had
Yeah.
I mean at some nights we had hundreds of kids. I think we baptized like I think like 16 or 17 people in a night.
Wow.
Yeah, like I mean
Yeah.
really really cool, you know.
Yeah.
And so like and I was like the like kind of like the architect of that
Sure.
thing. I was like in
Yeah.
charge of it, and like
Yeah.
had responsibilities, and like and Luke Hazelmeyer, who was like my leader at the time,
Right.
who kind of I answered to. He encouraged me to kind of be innovative and try new things and like have that autonomy. And
Wow.
so like I wanted to be in ministry because I liked like if I could do that for a living, that would be the dream, you
Yeah.
know.
Right.
So I feel like sales, and I liked people, so I felt like sales was kind of a good transition for me
Mm.
into like I can be with people. I'm doing my own thing.
Right.
I can I can come up with my own ways of getting my own leads. I mean
Sure. Yeah.
and so that's kind of how like I think in the ministry, like it was a good transition for me from ministry into
Yeah.
the marketplace.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's really cool. So this is a question that I love to ask people, and it might kind of overlap with what you were just sharing, but I'm really interested in like what are the moments in time that shape people's lives? And
Hmm.
so for you, so this could be related to work and business or just completely on the personal side. But like as you look back in your life, 31, you know, years and some change, what what were some like moments in time that you can look back at that and be like, yeah, that moment changed my life, or
Hmm.
something somebody said, or something that happened to you? I'd just be curious to hear like a few of those.
Yeah. Well, like, and I'm not trying to put anyone on blast really, but there's like a couple like there's positive moments and then there's
Sure.
negative ones. And I feel like for
Absolutely.
me, like
Absolutely.
for me the negative ones of like I'm stubborn and I'm like a little bit
Okay.
rebellious. So when so when people kind of like challenge me, I usually want to prove them wrong. And
Right.
I'm very competitive too, so I'm like, all right, like I'll prove you wrong. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make this happen. So
Yeah.
like like kind of like two things happen. Like I'm a young man, still young, but really young man,
Younger. Yeah.
learning like adulthood, have a wife,
Right.
I'm running a ministry. I'm not making any money. My wife's she's selling her plasma
Yeah.
to pay the bills.
Sure.
And I was like mowing lawns and stuff just to like have some money to go to
Right.
Skyline after church night.
Sure. Yeah.
And um, I remember feeling like, okay, I'm like max, I'm at like my max growth right now. I'm like kind of
Yeah.
stuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing like I need to like do something to kind of get to that next level of like manhood, I guess, in a way.
Sure. Yeah. Level up.
And I like talked to some people in like the church, and I was like really looking for some discipleship,
Mm-hmm.
like a men's group or something like that. And
Yeah.
I was the guy who's always starting stuff, like I'm
Sure.
like they throw me at a target and like, hey, we want to start this new type of ministry. I'm like, all right, let's go, let's do it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'll help them make it happen.
Right.
But this was like the one time where I really didn't want to do that, and
Mm.
when I went to my leaders to say, hey, I want to grow. I feel like I'm kind of stuck in
Yeah.
this you know season of life. I don't really know what
Sure.
to do afterwards. They were like, well, you should start the men's group. And
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm
Right.
not doing that.
Not this time. Yeah.
I need someone to help me.
Sure.
And so when I got the job at the window company,
Mm-hmm.
super like high pressure sales company, like they made me memorize like a 2 hour script to like
Two
present at home.
hours.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Wow.
brainwash, like pretty much like brainwash me. Like I
Oh
would sit
man.
there, I would have the script in my head. I practiced it every night. I mean, my closest friends, like they kind of know it still to this day because I would like recite it to them all day. And
Wow.
yeah, it's intense, man. But they gave me like a sales mentor, and his name was Sharky,
Sharky.
Bob Sharky. Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah. And Bob was not Christian,
Okay.
but he cared about me a whole lot, and he really was kind of like that mentor figure for me for the next
Mm.
like that next level I was looking for.
Wow.
And like I had a bunch of beliefs about like money
Mm-hmm.
and business and all these different things that just weren't, and like what was even possible, like a lot of like limiting
Yeah.
beliefs and things.
Yeah.
And like one night I went up to Cleveland is where he lived, and that's where like the headquarters of this company I worked at was.
Okay.
And we went out to do some trainings. I was like his star pupil.
Yeah.
And I had a trainee with me. I brought him up there with me.
Okay.
And maybe I'm mixing two stories up, but what happened was Bob had a watch on his wrist,
Mm-hmm.
and he one day was like, "Hey, Aaron, what's the like if you could make any amount of money, what is like your dream amount of money to make?" And I was like, $50,000 a year. Like if I can make $50,000 a
Yeah.
year,
Right.
that would be life changing.
That was your dream. Yeah.
I was like that's as high as my brain could
Mm-hmm.
fathom earning,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so he's like, "Hey, well, put this watch on your wrist." And I was like, "Okay, cool." I put this, and it's like really nice, like Rolex
Sure.
gold with diamonds in it and stuff. Like it was a real watch. It was really nice.
Yeah.
And this is like the corporate company. I think it was like a $200 million company, like really
Oh
big,
wow.
big,
Okay.
big company.
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's an $80,000 watch." And I had it on my wrist, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And he let me wear it the whole day.
Whoa. I would have
Yeah,
been so
yeah.
nervous
And the
wearing that.
CEO of the company, like the founder of the company, gave it to him.
Wow.
So it was like this, yeah, that was like a gift from that company to him. And I just remember like looking at it like just like brain broken, you know,
Yeah.
and
Right.
all of like the things that people like told me were not possible or were like wrong about like, like you don't want to be, if you're rich and you can't get to heaven, like all this like
Sure.
religious stuff. And
Right.
my
Right.
paradigm was like really broken. And that moment
Yeah.
was, I think,
Yeah.
actually probably one of the most paradigm shifting moments. And he taught me a lot about money. And he was, he wasn't
Wow.
Christian or anything, but
Yeah.
I mean, it shook me. I was like, holy crap, man. I'm wearing
Yeah.
$80,000 on my wrist.
Yeah.
And like, that was 10 years ago, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
So, or 9 years ago. So it's like, man, like that's that. And I mean, I drove a car I got for free.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could barely afford a dress shirt for work. I
Oh
mean, it was
yeah.
just the whole thing. So,
Right. Right.
and he called me,
Yeah.
he called me every day for a year, every single day for a year. And he would talk to me on the phone for like 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. This
Wow.
guy, he poured into me.
Man.
Um, and I have a lot to thank for that.
Yeah. For
And so,
Sharky.
yeah,
Wow.
for
And
Sharky.
so
Yeah.
so you originally, like went to your leaders at church asking for, yeah, some sort of mentorship, and they were like, well, you should start it, and so you were kind of, it sounds like you were looking for mentorship first in like the spiritual context, and you ended up getting it from a guy who didn't even have the same belief systems as you, like
Hmm.
spiritually,
Yeah.
but he helped you level up just some other limiting beliefs in your life that were
Yeah.
holding you back.
Yeah. And like the people in my life were also like trying to hold me back. Like I say, oh, I was
Mm,
100% committed. Like, oh, what, like how much you get paid? What's your salary? It's like, I don't have a salary. Like,
right.
what if you don't make any money?
Right.
Like, what if you don't sell anything? It's like,
Yeah.
what if I sell something? That's fine.
Yeah.
That's the way I think about it. It's like,
right.
what
Right.
if I do? What if I sell 1,000 windows in a month?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be making bank. Like,
Yeah.
and that was like my mindset. But then there was
Sure.
all these other people telling me it was unwise. It's a scam.
Mm,
Nobody ever succeeds. And there's all these people who work a 9 to 5 job or work at
yeah.
work in a restaurant or whatever, and they were
Sure.
happy with like that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't super happy. I'm not the most content person on like
Sure. Yeah.
around. So I'm
Right.
like
Right.
if I'm gonna work, I'm gonna make some money. Like I don't want to just like
Yeah.
I tried the college thing, didn't work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried everything else. Like so,
Sure. Yeah. And
but
that
yeah. So
autonomy
Sharky,
thing. Yeah.
you what?
I was just saying, I keep thinking back to the autonomy piece that you mentioned earlier, like, because that seems to be a big value for you. So,
Hmm.
the typical 9 to 5 job or whatever, again, there's not the autonomy there. Like you were like, no, I want to get out there
Yeah,
and risk and,
yeah,
yeah. Wow. So Sharky. So take us from that to then starting your company. Like what steps happened and or what moments kind of led you to doing that?
yeah. Well, like the trend that I've seen in my life is like I kind of like fall like upwards. Like
Okay.
things like happen and then
Sure.
it's like this could be really bad and then I end up in a
Yeah.
better spot. That's
Sure.
God's providence. Like that's
Yeah.
him providing for me
Right.
and guiding me.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
worked for that company for like a year, like a little over a year. I made some good money and like it was like when we got married, my parents have a third floor apartment on their house. We were living up there.
Okay.
That let me get out of that apartment into like a nice townhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get a new car, like all those things.
Yeah.
And my wife at the time too, she was able to like not work, like not some crazy
Okay.
stuff happened with like the person she was working for like went to jail,
Oh, wow.
and it was like really crazy.
Man.
And their family actually needed help. He went to jail, and his kids got taken away, so she was able to help that family and like
Wow.
not really have like a real job. And then she started
Sure.
doing some other like side business stuff.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, cool. Like I'm able to provide the way I want to for my
Yeah.
wife.
Right.
But then I ended up the owners, like the people who were in charge of me,
Mm-hmm.
um, they were like the owners of the franchise. They were just
Yeah.
really horrible people.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, I just I, yeah, it was like if Sharky was my boss, I would have been stoked. I
Yeah.
thought about
Sounds
moving
like
up
it.
to Cleveland. I was like really
Wow.
thinking about it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, the
they
dude
offered a
calls you
job.
every day for, hours like that. That's commitment. That's an amazing mentor.
Yeah, yeah, seriously. So I thought about moving up there, but I ended up leaving the company just for some like ethical reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I started also kind of feeling like, okay, well, I have this script and I can use it, and it started to feel like really manipulative and yucky. Like I was
Sure.
like, it's like, and I'm selling these windows for way more than they're worth.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, like I'm selling vinyl windows for $2,000-3,000 a piece.
Wow. Wow.
And it's like hard to imagine if you haven't done it to be
Sure.
like, is a one call close. So I showed up to your house, I did this presentation, and I would get in trouble if I didn't sell you the windows, like right there on the spot.
Yeah. So a little bit
And
of pressure involved in getting
yeah,
the sale that
yeah,
day.
like some one day only price type stuff and all
Sure.
this. And
Yeah. Yeah.
but you really like I learned how to like really like manipulate people and get them to like you know buy the windows from me. And
Right.
it's a good skill. Like it's actually like there's nothing like really like wrong with being good at sales and like learning how to
Mm-hmm.
communicate and try to
Sure.
find out how
Sure.
to overcome objections and things like that. But
Yeah.
I think it was probably the Holy Spirit who kind of like was like, yeah, this is yucky, like this is. And I noticed I was getting like a little bit more like kind of jaded and like
Sure.
hardened a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They had a saying like it was the more rejection you take, the more money you make.
Okay.
And so they were like I would get kicked out of houses and like during the sales meeting they'd be like, Aaron got kicked out of 3 houses this week, like, and they'd all cheer
Right.
for me.
Right. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. So
So,
yeah. So it was like motivation to, yeah, just keep pushing even harder and keep
yeah,
like
yeah,
grinding more.
yeah.
Yeah. Have the cops called on you,
Yeah, yeah, literally. Like, I'd have be like people screaming at me, like, "We're not gonna buy anything tonight," and then I'd walk out. They're like bringing my little window demo with like out to the car and like, yeah, like here's your check. We're excited,
Chuck it.
And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so I'm getting rewarded for like just being a total asshole for
Wow.
real. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of where like what it was.
Sure.
And
Yeah. I could see how
anyway,
that'd
so
be
I just
jading. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was I think yucky is a good word for it. Just
Sure.
after a while, I just felt like, you know what? And I was kind of
Yeah.
far from God, and I just like kind of like during that job, I like stopped doing ministry,
Yeah.
and like I was like kind of far away from my community, and there
Sure.
was just a lot of changing happening.
Yeah.
So I left there, and then I tried to flip houses for like a rent like this like big private equity like this big private fund that buys housing and rents them out.
Okay.
So I tried that with my dad and a friend of mine, and it was totally a failure, like just
Oh
an
man.
absolute failure.
Wow.
Like we just did not make nearly as much money as we hoped we would, and that was a good reset though, because all of a sudden I didn't have this job that was super demanding, and I could start going
Yeah.
to church again and kind of like
Okay.
be around the people that I want to be around,
Yeah.
and then one of my coworkers at that window place, they got a job at another place, and it was like a chimney company in
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati,
Sure.
and I kind of went in there like kind of like I'm never doing sales again. Like
Wow.
I was pretty over it. Like
Yeah.
I just don't have to do that anymore,
Right.
And that company was owned by a Christian guy.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. And so did they do
really,
things a
they
little
did.
differently? Different
They did.
different culture?
Different culture, and it was really refreshing.
Yeah.
But I like went in there super wounded. Like like
Mm.
I would like walk into my manager's office and cry because I
Wow.
just felt so like messed up
Yeah.
from the last experience. Like it just like
Wow.
it kind of messed my head a little bit.
Yeah.
I joke about saying I'm brainwashed, but
Sure.
they brainwashed me. Like
Yeah.
I was super like young and didn't know any better,
Right.
and
Right.
they just and I don't think Sharky did anything wrong, but he definitely didn't help that mentality.
Sure. Yeah. Like he taught you a lot, but probably also encouraged you to keep climbing, keep pushing, keep
Yeah, yeah,
hustle, hustle, hustle.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that was
Wow.
like like at a certain point, I think it kind of like deviated from like the path that God wanted me to be on. So like
Mm.
being on that path wasn't bad. Like it wasn't a
Yeah.
bad thing, but I
Right.
think at a certain point it branched, and then when I
Yeah.
got off the branch and went back over to where I was supposed to be,
Sure.
it was like a heart like some heart surgery going on.
Wow. Yeah.
So yeah,
And
and
so
so I
like
spent
when you would like go in, and like literally like cry in your manager's office, how would he respond, or like would he,
pray
like
for
would
me.
okay,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah, he would pray for me. He was a missionary before he worked there, and he
man,
had like 14 kids or something crazy, and he was a missionary in Istanbul, and I mean, he's just amazing. This amazing guy. He was just the manager.
yeah,
The owner was also an amazing guy,
yeah,
and yeah, I mean, and they just poured into me for like 2.5 years. I worked there with
yeah,
other guys who were part of the church, and it was just a really good environment,
yeah,
and the pay was good. It was like more like technician plus sales, so I was doing like some of the work,
okay, yeah,
which felt good. I was like earning, like, instead of just like convincing people by
mm,
just bashing them in the head with with,
yeah,
with objection handling things. I was like,
right,
I'd be like, do the work and like do some like
yeah,
like an inspection that required me to clean a chimney like in Mary Poppins, covered in
mm-hmm,
dust and dirt, and then I'd show them
yes,
what I found, and like it's like a different sales.
yeah,
It's
for
like I'm like
sure,
earning. I'm showing them a hard worker. I'm showing all these things.
yeah,
It was really detail oriented. Like it was like very like analytical and like kind of administrative like in nature, which was
yeah,
not my strength
sure,
at all. Kind of like what we said earlier, like meetings and things like that and admin, not my thing.
yeah,
But this
right,
job, it pushed me, and it also every problem was different. there was always a
Okay.
different thing, and I had to
Yeah.
learn a ton, not just about the products that we sold, but like I had to start thinking like on my own, and like thinking like, and
Mm.
like there wasn't just like this size window is this amount of dollars, this size window is this amount of dollars. It was
Right.
like, well, we need to somehow open this wall up and add this thing and do, and it kind of reminded
Yeah.
me a little bit of like the generator job a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I really like that job, but it wasn't still like a good fit ultimately.
Okay. Okay.
Um, yeah, it wasn't a good fit because I just didn't like the admin, like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of
Sure.
paperwork, lots of
Right.
paperwork.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. So
not
back to that element
yeah,
of you're like, I love the part where I get to do things. I love where I get to be creative and problem solve and all that. But you're just like, man, the paperwork.
yeah. And then some other stuff has happened after that job, but like really, I would say the biggest catalyst was of me becoming an entrepreneur was that job. And
Yeah.
I don't know if the owner of that company would remember this or not, but I was struggling. I was like, I really just I started hating working there.
Uh-huh.
And he took me with him one day, and he bought like a $350,000 boat or something crazy. He had like lake houses, and I mean this dude's like he's wealthy,
Yeah.
and he loved Jesus, and he was actually discipling me. Like we'd meet
Yeah.
at Panera, and it was cool. I have a boss who was
Wow.
like willing to sit down and read the Bible with me and challenge me
Yeah.
as like
Yeah.
like a man. So it was like almost like a man level, you know. It was like almost
Sure.
like if Sharky was a Christian, you
Right.
know, and this guy's
Yeah.
way more successful than Sharky was, you know. So it was cool
Wow.
to have that. And then yeah, he took me with him like just to do like his day, and he was like,
Right.
"I think you're unhappy because you need to start your own thing." And I was like, "I'm never gonna start my own thing. I'm never gonna do that."
Man.
Like I was pretty against the idea, but he's
Yeah.
like, "I think you need to." I'm like, "Okay, whatever," you know. I ended up leaving that job and going and work for a roofing company, and um I saw them, and they were like reminding me of they were like my age, and I'm like,
Mm.
man, these if these three brothers can do this, then I can absolutely do this, you know.
Yeah.
And the big thing was my wife and I were trying to have kids,
Yeah.
and we were trying to have kids, and we tried for 4 years, no luck,
Oh
and
wow.
we kind of like both were like, okay, we're done being sad. All of our friends are having kids without us, and like they're moving on
Mm.
with their lives. And it kind of felt
Yeah.
like this other, like another like block in my personal growth, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
And I knew the Lord wanted me to be a dad.
Yeah.
Uh, that was like something He had for me. So
Mm-hmm.
my thought was, okay, well, if I can't have my own children, I need to adopt kids.
Mm.
And if I'm going to adopt kids, I need to have some sort of financial stability that's not reliant
Yeah.
on my bosses or my
Sure.
whatever or the company's health. And that was like during
Yeah.
COVID time too.
Wow.
So like I'm thinking about like that during COVID, thinking, okay,
Mm-hmm.
stability, you know, I'm at
Absolutely.
the company's mercy. You know,
Yeah.
um and so I went and worked for this roofing company, which was kind of like a return to my roots, and saw what they were doing, and then I met a guy who convinced me to start a business with him. So I opened up my roofing company. Yeah,
Wow.
I left that and was like, all right, you're right. And I felt like the Lord told us to do that. My wife went to nursing school. I started a business,
Yeah.
and we were like, we're not having kids. So like that's not going to happen. We're going to move on.
Sure. Yeah.
And then 6 months later, we were pregnant. So it
Wow.
was sweet. Yeah. And like, and having, and being, and then owning a company and all this stuff has let me like get my wife through nursing school and still have a kid, like have a baby and be around. And
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
been like, yeah, it's been interesting. It's like that's kind of the journey, and that's where I'm
Sure.
now. And then I'm at another crossroads in my life now, but a different level, you know.
Okay.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure God's going to do something. We'll see. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of the story from the beginning.
Right.
Yeah. So
So that increasing autonomy that we keep talking about and ultimately you having your own business allowed Stephanie, your wife, to get through nursing school, which is no joke,
yeah,
from what
yeah,
I've heard, and then also to work now as a nurse, right? Which is like what, like three, like 12-hour shifts, or two or three a week, or something like that.
yeah. She works part time. She does
Okay.
well, it's like two 12-hour shifts, and then
Yeah.
if she picks up extra shifts too sometimes.
Sure.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
but yeah, night shift.
Right. Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys
Yeah.
really have to be flexible and
Yeah.
figure out.
I think we're getting into a stride now. We have a
Okay.
pretty good like system. It's like
Okay.
she does it on the weekends and at night, like nights on the weekends, and then so like I work in the weekdays, and then on Friday, Saturday she goes and does her thing, and I have our child, and it's great. I love it.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, I'm really
Man.
proud of her.
Yeah.
She's kicking butt too. So
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Both you. And it's just wild how you both made these like big leaps career wise, thinking that, maybe, yeah, maybe we're not going to have children, or at least right now. And then obviously Shiloh comes along, and
yeah,
huge blessing. And you guys have the career,
yeah,
momentum now. Um,
yeah,
yeah. Wow. And you mentioned something earlier about how some of your limiting beliefs had to do with like making money and following Jesus. Like, do you think like when you were growing up, do you feel like there was like a stigma against that? Like almost like to follow Jesus, you kind of have to be poor, or that is like
yeah,
more spiritual to be poor.
yeah. I'd say a mixture of that. I mean, my parents are amazing. Not gonna say anything like against them,
Yeah,
but
sure.
I grew. I mean, and my mom had a great job growing up. It's not like we had.
Yeah.
It's not like we were like totally like, But
Mm-hmm.
my mom was a missionary kid. She grew up in the Philippines, and my
Okay.
dad and my mom were pastors. So I
Yeah.
mean, when I was a kid growing up, we didn't really have a ton of money,
Right.
and
Right.
I don't think that my parents like taught me like, oh yeah, money's bad. But I
Mm-hmm.
think that just seeing how they lived and like how sacrificial they were, I kind of thought maybe I need to be like that too, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
And
Sure.
I guess sacrificial in the sense of like whether I'm getting paid for ministry or not, like I need to like revolve my life around that and kind of like
Mm,
forsake the pursuit of like careers and
sure.
other things, because
Yeah.
my parents are radical. I mean,
Right.
they have God has a really radical call in their life, and it's really
Yeah.
cool. It's special, and that's what I didn't understand. It's like that's their call in their life, And my parents,
Yeah.
like, they're not like my dad works for my company,
Right.
like
Yeah.
yeah, like it's great. Like the God's using this to provide for my family,
Sure.
and more than
Yeah.
just my family,
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Like
yeah,
going a generation up, like kind of, yeah, switching those roles from, being a kid and your parents obviously providing for you. And then now like what you've built getting to provide even for your parents, which
yeah, it's
is
cool.
wild, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a son, it's a huge blessing to be able to like provide for my parents in that kind of way. I'm the firstborn son in my family, so
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I think that there was some level of belief I had that you had to suffer for the gospel or whatever.
Mm,
I mean,
sure.
that's not untrue, but like that
Right.
suffer financially,
Sure. Yep.
you
Just to be
know,
specific. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, I still kind of feel like there's some credence to being more not focusing on money.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah. Kind of like
yeah,
simple living,
yeah,
not just constantly chasing an increase in your standard of living,
yeah,
like
yeah,
because that can definitely be the mode for a lot of people as they start making more money is like, okay, well, this just means for the rest of my life I have to keep expanding, just keep buying more, of
yeah.
everything, and going up and up and up. But yeah, you're right. You can take that too far, be too focused on
Hmm.
materialistic things.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think what the next level for me right now that I'm kind of learning with God is
Yeah.
like how to use my business as some sort of like kingdom engine to provide whatever, like not just financially, but like to use my business as a ministry.
Wow.
And I feel like the call of my life to be in ministry, like I kind of felt like I was put on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
I was like in this ministry thing, doing amazing. I mean, the stuff we saw every week in
Yeah.
our house church was insane. I mean, it was like
Right.
like a real revival,
Right. Right.
And then like to just leave that, be like, okay, cool, I'm doing this now. Like,
Yeah.
part of me had to be like, I felt like I had like to protect myself, had to be kind of bitter and like be like,
Mm,
yeah, no, that sucked.
sure. Right, right.
Like, oh, that sucked. Oh, that was a waste of time, whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think that like then I'm really praying and hoping the next season of my life is kind of like that side of what God had me doing when I was younger, and then
Mm,
now what I'm doing now, kind of merging.
yeah,
Um, and like, I mean, I'm in the construction industry. Like, there is
sure.
no shortage of people who need to hear about Jesus,
Yeah,
and we roll that way. Like,
right.
we are like evangelistic in nature,
Yeah.
so we just, I mean, we're always talking to our guys about Jesus, and
Wow.
like we have a pretty hard situation going on right now, like a legal situation and some other
Mm-hmm.
stuff, some debt that happened because of
Yeah.
this legal situation, and
Yeah.
everyone that I owe money to was like, I'm being vague about this because I just don't want it to be,
100%. Yep.
you know,
Yep. Understand.
it's
Yeah.
not that big of a deal, but
Yeah.
but it's like I didn't do anything wrong, but I had a like a business partnership that went bad,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
it's turned into a legal thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
and there's some debt that we didn't know about that we
Right.
are paying off right now.
Yeah.
I took control of the company 100%, and so that means I have to also take any debt I have and deal with that. But
Yeah.
it's funny
Right.
because all the people I owe money to, I call them every week.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, just an update. This is where I'm at. Blah blah blah. And it's funny
Wow.
because just today, even I was talking to one of the guys that were at this supply company that we buy materials from. We owe them money. I owe them a lot of money,
Yeah.
and they were saying to me like, you know what? You're out of everyone that owes us money, out of everyone that we have an account open with that we're doing payment plans or whatever.
Yeah.
You're the only one who calls us,
Yeah.
and we love working with you guys. Like, this is like you guys are so just like open and honest, and like you
Yeah.
have humility. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh well, okay. Like, if someone's suing you and you have a bunch of debt and your dad was a billionaire, you wouldn't be very worried about it, right? I'm like, no.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
I actually believe that. Like,
Yeah.
my dad's actually like a quadrillionaire.
That's
Like, he's
right.
got all the
Owns
money
it
in the world.
all. Yeah.
So like, I'm not worried about it. Like, why would I have to run from you? Like, I think the more I like share information and press into the situation, that the sooner this is going to be resolved anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lesson to be learned here for me.
100%.
And so like the reliance on God thing is something that like has been like, even like when I'm in in this like kind of sticky situation, it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's been an amazing way to even share Jesus in a in a in a different way. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, so that's been kind of the journey I've been on, and
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean
But
that's where I'm at.
that's amazing, dude. Like, I mean, when you just said a minute ago that you call them every week, like that blew my mind. I can see why they would say you're the only one that does that, because who does that? Like I
Right.
feel like the normal way people go is the exact opposite. Like, I want to have as little contact with these people as possible, so I
Yeah.
don't keep reminding them that I owe them money. And you're
Yeah.
literally just like running into, the resistance, or the tough situation, and just like owning it.
Hmm. Yeah. It's painful. I mean, there's definitely times where I'm like, oh gosh, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, this is such a bummer. But like, when you're humble, then that's like when people help you.
Yeah.
Like, if everyone thought I was just like this, like, if I just pretended like I didn't need any help from anyone,
Sure.
like, number one, like, how is God ever going to provide for me? I mean, he could send me money in the mail, I guess, like from some mystery seller, but I think the way God like wants to
Yeah.
teach me and grow me,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Lois, this is the collections lady,
Okay.
and I'm gonna call her. In like, we like our account, like, we were like $120,000 in debt with
Wow.
these people, and
Yeah.
we're like $40,000 in debt now.
That's huge.
Yeah, 120 to 40,
Wow.
and that was through the winter. We were paying that like from the like through the winter time, which is like the worst. If for a roofing company, I mean, it's like the worst time.
Oh yeah, I bet.
So in about 6 months, we've gotten that far, and we made it through the winter. We're good, you know. We
Wow.
had, and I had actually did have somebody give me $50,000, like someone that like I didn't ask for money. No one gave me any
Wow.
help. This all stuff
Man.
was happening.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
looking at,
amazing.
and they're like, "Hey, I want to give you 50 grand to make sure that you can make it through the winter." I was like, "No, I'm good." My first thought was like, "Just so you know, like this could all just get evaporated in like
Yep.
it's like a month. You know,
Yep.
who knows?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're
Wow.
like, "No, I really like." They really felt like called to get to give to me, and so I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna pay you
Yeah.
back though." It's like I'm gonna pay you
Wow.
back, just so you
Sure.
know.
Yeah.
But and that really came in clutch. I mean, and that's like just like a way, like so, like it's there's a obviously like God can supernaturally provide for us.
Sure. Yeah.
Um, in like some of that is like this January was a really rough January. Snow, a lot of snow, a lot of ice.
Yep.
February still pretty dang cold. Not a lot
Yeah.
of good days to do work.
Yeah.
And then this month's been kind of crazy, like 70 degrees one day and snows the next day.
Yep. Yeah.
We've had I think we've doubled our revenue from previous years. These January, like we did
Sure.
twice as much in January we did previous January,
Yeah. Year
twice as
over
much as
year. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Man.
like God's providing that way. He's providing with people who want to invest and get us out of this situation. It's a really bad situation,
Yeah.
and then another way he's providing is through the job, like increased our business, and
Yeah.
then the I would say the most significant way he's kind of provided for us is he's actually provided another Sharky type person in my life. So I have a business consultant guy who is
Wow.
he's for free. Like I'm doing some work for him. Like
Yeah.
I'm like
Right.
I'm
A
trying to
little
like
bartering.
do a
Bartering
little
there. Yeah.
bartering,
Yeah.
but like ultimately it's free. Like this guy doesn't have to do this, and he's coming into our business. He's connecting me with lawyers and attorneys and bookkeepers and accountants, looking at my books, helping me get everything situated. He's like coaching me on how to handle the stress and like how to see the future, and
Man.
just like has come in and just like lifted me up and encouraged me. He's a Christian,
Yeah.
prayed for
Yeah.
me when this whole horrible situation happened
Yeah.
last summer. I called a couple people, and he was the one who he helped me walk through this whole situation from from July last year to now. And it's like that's God. That's
Yeah.
God. And like our business has never been healthier. I mean, and then
Man.
like we were like I was running the business and doing all the operations.
Yeah.
All the financial side was being handled by another party.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like I've never run a business before, so I don't know.
Right. Sure.
And that side was mismanaging everything. So I got a
Sure.
call one day, and they were saying, "Hey, you owe us a ton of money. We're not gonna be able to sell you any more materials, you know."
Yeah.
And I look at you owe us 150 or whatever. It's a crazy amount of money.
Yeah.
I look at our bank account. I'm like, I don't have anything like that. And I'm like, look at a credit card. Like we have $70,000 in credit card debt.
Oh
Like
my
I
gosh.
owe like $200,000.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And it was just a mess. There's a big mess, and so to have someone come in and just be like, all right, listen, the business is great. This is like
Yeah.
the bones are great, the foundations are great.
Yeah.
Let's get you out of this situation. Like coach you. And he was writing emails for me, like to
Man.
send to the other like partner, and I
Right.
mean, just like really got in there with me. And I'm
Yeah.
like I don't know, I don't even know if you could pay someone to do that.
Dude.
Like
Yeah.
I don't think like there's like a person out there who offers a service like that.
Yeah. Who's just like in your life. Yeah. Sounds like, I mean, equal parts like mentor, but then also like literally like almost like an executive in your company,
Yeah,
but then just doing it pro bono and just helping you out like that.
yeah,
Yeah. That truly is amazing.
yeah, which is just
Yeah.
so cool. And and that's his ministry. You know,
Wow.
yeah.
Man.
So it's like it's
Yeah.
cool. I mean, and that's like I just don't want a whole bunch of bad stuff to happen to me, so I keep having to rely on God, like, but
Yeah.
like, it would be nice to have like a season of like
Yeah.
calm,
Yeah.
minimal chaos,
Right. Yeah. You're like, God,
some fruitfulness,
yeah,
but
have I learned enough to rely on you, God? Like, did I
yeah,
learn the lesson yet? Like,
yeah.
I hope I have. Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, like, I'd be dumb if I decided to be upset or to be, even grumpy about it. This whole thing,
Yeah.
it's been a really great testimony of God's like his provision and his love
Yeah.
for me, and then like also I think he cares about business owners. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like
Right.
this is a really I think this is a huge part of the kingdom
Yeah.
that he is involved in.
Right.
I think there
Yeah.
needs to be more ministry people need to start businesses. My opinion.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
So,
I love that. So I'm curious, what in your life do you think set you up so well to have the mindset that you do today? Because it's it's not normal. Like meaning I feel like a lot of people would have quit by now in your shoes, or would have
maybe.
lost hope,
Yeah.
oh, that's too much debt. I'm just going to file for bankruptcy and cut my losses and get out of here. But here
Yeah.
you are digging out of it, taking full ownership of the company, being like, I just keep seeing this theme of you running towards like the battle. You're not withdrawing from the battle. You're running just straight at it, actually taking on more responsibility. So I'm curious, like, what do you think in your life set you up for this moment?
Yeah, it's a good question. I like I don't I mean I have awesome parents,
Mm-hmm.
who've like really taught me to trust the Lord. That's
Yeah,
I think a massive benefit to me.
for sure.
And I am a little bit of a weirdo. I think that like I've always been this way.
Sure.
Like even in ministry,
Yeah.
there was times where there'd be like three people at my little house church thing, and I'd be like really bummed and just feeling like
Yeah.
hopeless,
Mm-hmm.
and my leaders would be like, "Wow, Aaron's like a wreck for no," like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think like if you look at the scriptures, and we have a great example in King David where we see this like we can read his like
His journal,
his journal. Yeah. And like, when I'm getting sued by a guy who stole money from me and ran my business into the ground, he's suing me.
right.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah.
And and I'm reading at the same time I'm reading I want to say it's like one of the really long Psalms, but he's like, God, they're trying to kill me. They're mad. They're slandering my name. They're
Yeah.
accusing me, and like he's going to God in that. And like
Mm-hmm.
also I can appreciate some hardcoreness
Yeah.
that he provides too. He's like slap the teeth out of their mouth, God. And like
What
like
a
he
prayer.
says that
Yeah.
he's like slap them so hard their teeth fall out, and
Wow.
they can't speak about me anymore. It's like
Yeah.
and like I read that kind of thing that's encouraging,
Mm-hmm.
but the example that's being set there is like number one, like he's got way more the like that story
Yeah.
is way more gnarly than what
Sure.
I got going on. Like I'm
Sure.
small
Yeah.
potatoes. But it's like I think that's what God wants us to do. I mean, even the example of Jesus, it's like
Yeah.
he didn't run away from the cross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He took
Right.
I mean, he took it upon himself. And
Yeah.
so I think the example that we see from Jesus, the example we see in the Bible over and over and over again, is we have to attack the thing in front of us.
Sure. Yeah.
We have to go and walk through the fire. Like
Yeah.
we have to do it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think the Lord has taught me he's disciplined me and taught me to, that is good for me. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. Right.
But and I'll say to this too. It's like 10 years of being on 100% commission. You know,
Mm-hmm.
There's times where, I mean, like that's like a pretty faithful job, like a faith-filled job. You have to
Sure.
like there's times where I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna make my rent.
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what happened, and then it's like God could just send me a bunch of good leads, and I could sell a bunch of work, and
Right.
then be good to
Right.
go, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's like really up to God. And so I think it's like the training I had from when I first started in this career to now, I've just have seen that, like I've
Yeah.
experienced the like what you I've been trained to
Right. Right.
to just go right into it. Just head on approach is the
Yeah.
best approach.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it sounds like it's paying off, because
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, if you encounter a season where there isn't as much, craziness happening, like just imagine the amount of momentum that you'll feel of just
Yeah.
like wow, it's nice when I don't have to pay off all this debt. I can actually put this into savings or grow the
Yeah.
company or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. And then like I think too, like obviously like the debt stuff is scary and
Sure.
all that.
Yeah.
But I mean, my life is so much better.
Wow.
Like my quality of life is so much better. I mean, and I have more money than
Yeah.
I've ever had.
Yeah.
I have a better home life. Like my like even though I run a business and it's always on my mind, I'm always thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean today I went into work at 1 o'clock. I spent the whole day with my daughter.
Yeah.
Went to the pet store,
Wow.
held puppies,
Oh
hung
my
out,
gosh.
got
Yeah.
some lunch. It was like great. I'm like
Yeah.
I'm so blessed. There's
Sure.
so many blessings, like
Mm-hmm.
you know. So
Yeah.
it's not, and and like um yeah, I have nice things. I have
Yeah.
like a nice truck, and
Yeah.
a home I live in, and
Sure.
so I mean there's so much benefit to it. It's I wouldn't say it's like all bad or all hard or
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
No.
And I think
Yeah.
that there's a reason why it can be hard is because
Mm-hmm.
it's worth it usually, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, dude, that's amazing. Well, got another question for you, and then at the end, I've got what I call like a lightning round, which is just like a
Sure.
series of like quick questions.
Yeah.
But my last maybe question that could be a little deeper is earlier you'd mentioned being at like another crossroads in your life.
Hmm.
Um, is that something like you could speak to, or is there like stuff kind of going behind the scenes that like isn't public yet? Like share whatever you want to, but I just love to know like where, like what's coming down the pipeline for you. What are you thinking? What's kind of what are you staring at here in the future?
Yeah. So like the crossroads right now is I know this is like going to be like like a published podcast, so I'm trying to honor the people of my life, even
Sure.
if
Yeah.
we have our
Absolutely.
differences.
Yeah.
But I will just be completely frank. The last year was the hardest year of my life in business. I mean, it
Wow.
was just the everything crumbled all at once. It was really
Yeah.
scary. And the thing was, is I had a business partner who was not a Christian,
Yeah.
and he really helped. He really encouraged me to start the business and get going. I don't think I would have
Okay.
started it without him.
Yeah.
And so credit to him. Like, God used him in my life,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a bummer that it ended. It kind of ended poorly.
Yeah.
And it's still not over yet. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Right.
But
Right.
that was such just a hard year financially and just emotionally, everything going
Sure.
on. And we spent that whole rest of the year, pretty much 6 months, just rebuilding everything
Man.
from the ground up,
Yeah.
restructuring. And I mean, I feel like I've gotten a college course in just accounting and
Sure.
admin stuff.
Yeah, like an
I've been,
MBA. Yeah, just
yeah,
through experience.
yeah, yeah. And like I've grown so much in that way, in the admin side of things. And what I'm
Hmm.
kind of what last year really taught me was like all of the strengths that I have, the hustle, the
Yeah.
entrepreneurial spirit, all
Right.
the
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 grit.
vision, everything, the do-it-yourself kind of thing is
Hmm.
great starting out. But now my biggest weakness is actually those things.
Okay.
And so this year I feel like, I mean, we're gonna be. I think this is kind of like the year where now I have 100% ownership, 100% control,
Yeah.
and I think I've been really praying for God to guide me to what like kind of like how He wants me to operate this business with
Mm,
Him.
yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to run a business as a Christian with someone who's not, because there's just a values and a worldview
Yeah.
difference that I think is not really. I don't think you can really make it work long term.
Yeah. Sure.
Business partnerships are already hard enough.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Adding that into the mix, I think
Yeah.
becomes like something. And then
Yeah.
kind of like when I was in the window company and I was like on this path with God and then I kind of
Mm-hmm.
branched. I think that was a branch that like
Okay.
a crossroads where
Yeah.
if I would have kept on going, things would have been bad.
Sure.
I wouldn't have been with like really like following what God was like the path He had for me.
Wow.
And then
Yeah.
now this year, I really feel like God's calling me to amp up the ministry that I have here, which is a roofing company.
Dude. Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, I don't know really know what it looks like, but that's I
Yeah.
really feel like the Lord wants me to start kind of positioning our company to do more kingdom work and be more
Yeah.
involved. And it's like we have a lot of Hispanic guys, and
Yeah.
we want to do like a lot of ministry to these guys. So these guys move in from Guatemala. Their
Sure.
their wife and kids are there, and they've been. I have a guy. He's haven't seen his wife in 8 years.
What?
Yeah, his kids, two sons are here now, but he hasn't seen his wife in 8 years. And he's planning on going back in 5.
I can't
So he's not
imagine.
gonna see his wife for that long, and he
Yeah.
loves the Lord, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But there's other guys who don't love the Lord who are in the same situation,
Sure.
and they need the gospel.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
that's kind of one area I'm like thinking about, like just
Mm-hmm.
like how can
Okay.
we share the love of God more with all the guys who work for us who maybe need to hear it more.
Yeah.
And yeah, so and like what God can do for us in that sense is He can keep giving us more work to hire these guys,
Right.
keep feeding them. So
Right.
yeah, so I mean that's one place, but I think
Mm-hmm.
overall that's where I'm really looking forward to partner with the Lord this year.
Yeah.
So and
Oh
kind of see
man.
where that takes me. So
So
I'm excited.
exciting, dude.
Yeah,
I can't wait, honestly, to see what you get up to
yeah,
and maybe be a part of it in some way like that.
yeah. Well,
That sounds
you
awesome.
are part of it,
Yeah.
man. You
Yeah,
you did some work
that's
for
true.
you
Yep, exactly.
and
You
your
guys did some
family,
great.
like your dad and Trent and
Yeah,
all.
you did some great work on our house. It's these
Yeah,
guys really do quality work.
thanks. Yeah, we
Yeah,
try.
right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Um, well, let's end with a little lightning round. Just some
Cool.
quick questions. And then you can tell people kind of how to find you and all that. But what's your favorite movie, past or present?
Movie. Favorite movie would be. Ooh, I'm gonna go Last Samurai.
So good. Oh
Or
man,
John Constantine.
I haven't seen that one.
It's like Helsing and Keanu Reeves into one.
Oh my gosh.
It's good. Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
watch
All
it.
right.
It's good.
Okay. If you could have only one snack for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
One snack at Ace Hardware. They have these like wallaby licorice uh, strips. They're like
Okay.
strawberry flavored. That's what I'd have. It's a candy, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Spoken like a true construction dude,
yeah.
Yeah, the snacks at
They
Ace
just giant
Hardware.
bags of them. They're awesome.
Cool. Okay. Who is one of your top heroes who is currently living?
Top heroes who's currently living. I think like there's this guy. I don't know. Hero's a hard one, man. I don't know if I have any heroes like
Okay.
that
Okay.
I'm like super into. I mean, I
Yeah.
would say like John Maxwell and those books
Okay. Yeah.
are,
No, that's a good one.
like I
Yeah.
love those books.
Sure. Yeah. Leadership.
Some leadership books and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to
No,
hear. Heroes is hard, man.
I'll take it. I'll take it. John Maxwell. He's a good hero to have.
My dad.
Um,
I'll say my dad.
oh, good.
Yeah,
Lou,
my dad.
man,
He's
what a
he's my
guy.
hero. I love him.
What a guy. He's got the
Yeah.
most epic beard as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you meet God face to face, what's a question that you want to ask him?
Oh man, that's a good question. I want to know about like the giants and stuff, like Genesis 6. Like,
Yeah.
Let me know. I want to know. I want to
Like,
see
what
that.
was that?
What
Yeah.
was up with that,
Can
yo?
we see like a
Like,
replay,
yeah,
instant replay? Yeah.
yeah. I want to see some of that. I want to see like, yeah, I just want to see some of those mysteries that you
Yeah.
we've read, and it's like, what's up with Enoch, yo? Like, you know, why was
Yeah.
why were they fighting over Moses's body? That's another question.
Dude,
You
you've got a
know,
lot on lock. Yeah, that's good. I want to be
like,
there too when you ask those.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, all right. Look, just a couple more. Over the next year, what's something you're hoping to improve on in your business? Like get better at or just do better?
I really want to get better at delegating and hiring.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I want to get better
Awesome.
at hiring and delegating.
Awesome. Okay. Same question next year. What's one thing you want to improve on except in your personal life?
I want to go on more vacations.
Yes.
Yes. Last year I
Love
didn't get
that.
to go on a vacation at all, and I'm bummed about it.
Dude.
Like the
Okay.
winter hits, the winter hits hard, and
Yeah.
like I'm a caged animal, and
Yeah.
I'm just freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, and I've been able to like send my wife and daughter on trips and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
this year I was able to get Stephanie out to like she went with her friend to not Cancun, Cabo.
Cabo. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
I'm like, I want to go with her though next time.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and we have a 2.5-year-old, and I would like to do a one-on-one trip, like just her
Mm.
and I somewhere.
Yeah.
That's really what that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man. Yeah. No, that's incredible when that's able to happen.
yeah,
Cool. Well, dude, how do people find you? Like, are you guys on social media or, where do they go if someone needs some work done or how can
yeah.
people find you?
So we do roofing, siding, gutters, windows, entry doors, pretty much anything on the outside of the house. We can do it. We just don't do like concrete driveways and like garage doors, pretty much.
Sure.
And you can find us on our website. It's solutionroof.com. And yeah, or you can just Google solution roofing and we'll pop up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, dude, Aaron, thanks so much, dude. I love your
Yeah.
story. Love your
Thanks, man.
insights. Really
Yeah.
appreciate you being on.
Thanks for having me. It was great.